Okay, good morning to each and every one of you, and welcome to beautiful Barbados. We have a little bit of gimbal view, as you can see, in our right hand lower corner. So we're just going to be adjusting the camera, so please bear with us. You don't want to disrupt this serenity and this view, but we will be a little jittery as we try and get that moved up a little bit and rebalance the camera and stuff. So just bear with us. We're going to be with you. Hopefully it will not get too bad, or we will have to make the other option of disconnecting, which we do not want to do. So bear with us, please. Almost finished. Not very peaceful or serene right now, the way it's jittering all over the place, but this will be better as we go on. We don't really want to have that black loop down the bottom of the screen. We want to let you enjoy the beautiful scenery today, footprints in the sand, etc. Just bear with us again. What happens when you tighten up something too tight and you're preparing for the day, and then you realize why you had it originally where it was. Alright, bear with me a minute. Alright, so I see we're going to have a little bit of an issue trying to get this done, so just bear with us. Let's see if we can go over here and get something to undo this here. Again, good morning to each and every one of you. All apologies. You know, this is called practicing Serenity. We're doing the best that we can possibly do at this present time. But we need to try and get off this screw, so bear with us. Okay, we got it finally. I'll just do a little balancing here now and see where we are. Oopsie. Alright, we don't want everybody to go and run off now, so just hang in there. We're going to be doing a little bit of skyward movements, as you can see, but we are adjusting. All right, we look good right now, and we should be back in a minute. What we're going to do is we can give you about another 7 or 8 minutes of silence and serenity in the piece, so just the sounds of the ocean and the beautiful view in the background. We're going to do that because someone may now come on, or you may be tired of watching the jittery stuff, so we're going to reward you with that. If you want to go and get a cup of coffee, maybe I don't know, something to drink, whatever, something to eat, and then come back. We'll be here watching this for the next, I would say, five minutes or so, and then we will actually start our walking vlog this morning. But we want to offer you this serenity and peace to start your day. Welcome to Barbados. Welcome to Paynes Bay area. We'll be talking a little bit more about this. Relax and enjoy. Good morning, and good morning from beautiful, beautiful Barbados. For those of you that are on in the entire morning so far, with all the up-down shakes, etc., thank you for standing by. But as you can see, we still have a little piece of the gimbal there on the lower right-hand side. We couldn't do any more adjustments, or we would have had to disrupt the show. So we leave that there, and we'll ignore it as we go on. But good morning to each and every one of you all. Beautiful, beautiful Barbados, as we said before, but we can say that hundreds of times because it is exactly that. Beautiful, beautiful Barbados. Hope you've enjoyed the serenity and peace. You would have seen a gentleman and lady walking a direction, a gentleman walking his direction just now. I didn't feel so great after, but in the beginning I felt great about it. I said, well, let me run over and talk quickly and introduce into what we did and stuff. And I said, and you can't find better serenity on the morning. And I had to turn on and tell him, well, by the way, I'm sorry for interrupting your piece this morning. So I gotta start thinking other people enjoy serenity too, but you know how it is. You can't spread love if you don't openly approach it and give it away. Just to remind you who we are, you can see this is definitely not my kind of skills. Of course, this would be the artist that's with me, and that would be my co-star. Some of you all say your star, but I still will call her my co-star. Well, around vlogs, I'll call her my director. I told everyone on Saturday at the beautiful wedding of 𝗁𝗲𝗏 and 𝗟𝗏 that you know, we were going to have her and be called the director because she likes to instruct me while I'm on vlogs. And you know us Benjamin, we don't like anybody to think that anybody has control over us, so I can call her my director and not my boss. So you've seen the beauty of her. You've seen some of the beauty of the coastline where we're going to be walking this morning. I know you're going to see the most handsome man in the world. I don't mind what anybody says. In my mirror, I'm the most handsome man in the world. So I'm going to put myself forward as being the most handsome man in the world. Good morning to each and every one of you all. Thank you for taking your time to join us. This is important for us, where we find our healing and where we find our energy. We haven't been broadcasting on a regular set schedule. We have done that strictly because the journey we're on is supposed to be done as we feel the energy to, and not to be guided by a regimental time frame or schedule. So we basically vlog when our spirits move us and tell us to go and vlog. When we're asked to do different events, we will do it and we let you know. But the vlogging like this morning and tomorrow morning, next morning, are going to be very early. But we can't tell you exactly what time. It depends on where in Barbados we're going to be vlogging from. So we're just giving an approximate time, and we ask that you subscribe, turn on your alerts, so you will be able to find out when we're going on. We get a notification so you can come and hop on. Before Jeanette plays important and tells you all, remember the thumbs up is wonderful. The thumbs down is an immediate destruction of your equipment. You hit thumbs down on our vlogs. We've got it so well designed that you will disintegrate right before your eyes. Don't test it, because if you test it, then you can come and blame me. So don't put a thumbs down. Thumbs up, or don't worry about it at all. We also want to tidy up a few things as well. We had really big counts and lots of comments on the recent wedding that we covered, which was moving. And we did it our way. Remember, when we do something, we do it our way, not the way others want it. We do it the way we want it because it's our journey. So we have to walk with it. We have to be open and 100% comfortable with what we are doing, and whatever we do and the love that comes from our hearts. So anyone that, you know, we spread love. Anyone that writes any derogatory or insulting comments on YouTube, Facebook, I don't care what media it is, they're gone. So if you find them gone, you would understand what we think of that comment. We're not going to tolerate that. So anyone that comes in negativity, I don't mind someone telling me my sound is bad or I look bad, that's not a problem. But don't insult the people that are in the vlogs, because then I am the person that is going to let that insult travel to people and not let that happen, because we encourage love and peace and harmony. So we're coming to you not in an angry mood, we're coming to you in a heart-moving mood to let you know that if you do put comments up there and you see them disappear, don't ask why. I tell you up front why it's done. And I have a person that has a spanner next to their name, so if it happens while we're on the vlogs, it's gone. So we want love. We're sharing love. This is what the MC is about. This is what the Journey to 46 is about. 100% love. All the new members on here, thank you very much. You're known as the EMC Light Warriors. You're the people that come on here and inspire us with your energy, with your positivity, with your comments. You know, just being there, your presence. When we see one on the screen, we know we have a heart and a soul with us. That is really, really sweet to see. Even if it's just one, that's all that's important, because whoever really needs us will be here. Others have busy schedules and stuff and can't make it sometimes. We don't hold that against them, because they usually come on later and watch them anyhow on their schedule, and that's what we want to be done. Anyhow, we're going to take you over now and let you see some stuff. But before we start to do our walking, after we've done our little bit of house tidying, we want to see our Serenity prayer. Those who would like to join us, please do. Remember, we use this prayer for our guidance and sort of like our understanding of what we're responsible for all of our lives. We went through thinking we control everyone. If people didn't do things we liked, it affected us, we carried it in our souls, we argued about it, and if you're like me, you bore it for weeks and weeks on end, and you were thinking about your day that you could find vengeance, that is not a part of it anymore. People do what they want. What is important is what you do, not what other people do. So Serenity Prayer sort of like guides us in that direction and reminds us. So if you say it and you understand it, you will understand and feel the force and power of this prayer. If you have never said it before, say it a couple of times until you do understand it, and then you will have a much freer day. You will go around with a lot less worries and a lot less concerns. All right, so we're going to start in this direction here. We're going to take in this view of this side here, and we're going to say our Serenity Prayer. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. All right, so here we go. And hi again, because I know y'all, like now y'all panting and saying, boy, I gotta see him. When we did the wedding on Saturday, we found a lot of people were saying, well, we didn't see enough of Nick. He certainly didn't talk enough. I felt that way myself. I had to bite my tongue so many times because I was supposed to be like respectful of the church, which I always am. But I obviously am going to project how I feel and what I'm sensing, so that those are on the vlogs, if they're experiencing the same thing, they'll be able to relate to it. Maybe say, well, how lovely and warm, and etc. That goes to any vlog, community, any of the functions that we do, any of the charity functions that we do. Talking about charity, this week we will be doing a charity for 𝗂𝗶𝗸𝗏. They're offering all of their proceeds from their snorkeling and from their umbrella and chair rentals over to the fire victims that lost everything yesterday in Bridgetown. So we're going to be not only mentioning that every day to let people understand it. We posted last night on our Facebook page, because any loving venture that's done to help someone around us, that is what we do. So we like to expose that, bring it up, let people know. And what we really do is we're going to be going over to 𝗂𝗶𝗸𝗏 on Saturday. Can't tell you what time yet, but it will be a couple of vlogs that we'll be doing just to let you see what it's like, how it's building, and some of the faces of the people that have come there to assist in this huge and loving charity. So if you join us on Saturday personally, maybe come down there and get a chair umbrella. If you can't afford that right now, come and get a drink, you know, do something, come down there and do something. Even if you're not doing the charitable part of it, someone else will. Just your presence alone will mean love. Love is what radiates the light for us all. And you can imagine right now the darkness that these people are feeling. So give them a little light from love. Powerful, powerful thing. All right, so I even sound a little bit too serious this morning, but sometimes I am that way. I don't know how come, but just letting you know where we are. We started just up there by Daphne's, what you see Daphne's restaurant. I cannot remember the name of it right now, so I'm not going to struggle right now to remember it, but that was Daphne's up there. You see the white front section with the, just next to the house, which is a hotel just over there as well. We see white umbrellas, and now we're in front of Tamarind. And this you see Tamarind Cove Hotel. You'll remember this is a mahogany forest in the early days. I do. I remember driving on a car track down to this beach before this or Treasure Beach were built. That was years and years gone by, of course. But things have changed and progressed. Some we're not happy with. We have to live with it though, because we don't have any control over it. Talk about that a little bit just now with the Serenity Prayer. All right, the beach has built beautifully since we were here last time in certain sections. Remember, different times of year, due to the currents and the swells that come in, these beaches are impacted all around the island. So the sand likewise moves, shifts with the currents and stuff. So Paynes Bay Beach itself, a lot less sand there, but over here a lot more sand. If you go back some more vlogs before, you would have seen us scurrying over the top of some rocks over there, because over here was nothing but reef and water because the sand had moved. So all this sand is built here and in front of the house has come from the Paynes Bay area in general. I'm not saying that's exactly where it is, because I do not have them. I don't have any expertise. I am telling you what I see. I can only tell, like as in everything else, I can't tell you a nightclub was great if I didn't think it was, and I'm not going to tell you it was bad. Just won't talk about it. Or I am going to tell you is a great nightclub, whether people like it or not. Because that's what I feel, and that's how I have to be living true to myself. That's what Jeanette and myself do. We live true to ourselves. This is some ongoing construction with Treasure Beach Hotel. They're actually closed, of course. When we came down this morning, we actually used the walkway down there rather than the one up in Paynes Bay. We decided to start a vlog a little bit closer down. Our intention is to take the whole thing this morning. So if you have a particular area along this coastline, we can let you know, unless sea conditions don't favor it. As you can see, a lot of erosion. Up here, we were walking out here comfortably and stepping off onto sand in front of these steps before. That shifted, as you would have seen, to the beach behind us. You got to be careful in these areas. We tell you to wear water beat shoes, because there are some shoe companies that produce something just to walk on the sand. They are usually they're not porous in the sole, and the grips are a softer kind of grip, and also there's no real harnessing into. I'll show you just 1 minute. Let me make it a little briefer for you. The harnessing. So these are what we just to see grapes at me though. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. Alright, so these are the type of water shoes we talk about. The bottoms have holes in them. So if water goes in, because the upper section is sort of like porous, water goes in them and comes through the bottom. The original ones I used to have, the holes in the bottom were too big. And they used to let in also little rocks as well. So if you have a pair that let in little rocks and stuff, there are now upgrades on the market. There's smaller holes in it, but that way then it's sort of like some form of suction on your foot or hold them on. So you can go over areas such as this, not for like walking the cliffs of the north point of the island, although you probably could, but they wouldn't do very well at the end of it. But they're great for anywhere else in the island, especially if you're walking into the water on reef. You don't want to walk on reef in the water anyhow. However, if you do, it's best to have on some kind of footwear for sure. New mansion used to belong to Annie Wilson years and years ago. Beautiful, beautiful property. The actual property inside is beautiful. What's up, my brother? How are you going? Man, you're doing a marvelous job here, man. Yeah, a little sign on the beach this morning. I can put you on camera and say good morning to the world. It's all of our friends and family. All we're doing is sharing love and smiles that you're doing right now. I can get that in? Beautiful, beautiful. Morning, man. My name is Nick and this is Jeanette.
Hi, Jeanette.
Right. So we are actually broadcasting all over the world now. I don't know. You may have seen us a long line. I have some cards in here. Maybe we could give you one. Just let my co-star do something there for me. But what we do is we bring love and peace to everyone that's online. So what we try to do, we bring it on for ourselves, and hopefully, I should say, it generates off into others. So we go around meeting as many people as we can, and we go around introducing as many people as we can. Correct. Because the beauty of Barbados is in the spirit. Correct. Yeah, correct. Man. Talk to me a little bit about yourself, my brother.
There isn't really much to say about myself.
You know, that's the things. We Belgians are so blessed.
Yeah.
That we actually, you know, you have a lot to say about yourself. You working in fresh air this morning.
Yep.
Got people overseas hiding from dust, from bombs.
Yep.
You know, you working, hopefully a little bit of sprinkle to cool you down. We are working in an island that's absolutely beautiful, consistent temperatures, beautiful ocean. You know, so you don't have much to actually talk about yourself, but I know you love this island.
Lovely.
You're radiating the friendship that we want everybody to see.
Yeah, man.
What's your name, my brother?
I'm Tony.
Tony.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. As again, I'm Nick, and this is Jeanette, and that is our. It's not a business card. It's what we call a care card.
All right.
It's so that you can get in with us, share your peace and positivity online with us on YouTube and stuff.
Thanks.
Have a blessed day, my brother.
Yeah,
you too, man.
All
right, cool. All right, cool. All right, so you can see the mass tree that's going on here, because there was a little bit of sargassum, you would imagine, or actually casuarina, maybe casuarina leaves as well. I don't see any sargassum anywhere else. It couldn't be that. It must be just the falling of the berries and the spines off of here. So that's probably what's done. This is old trees, by the way. No, you're not watching any ocean yet. We're just talking a little bit about the inland, and of course we are striving to talk to Bajans as we go along as well. We don't share just Barbados, we share the people of Barbados, which is the real treasure of this island. The beauty is just the icing on the cake, but the real cake is the people of Barbados. Remember that. Right, so we haven't done it yet. You think we should give them a circle of love? Let me put this on you all, so you all can blame her if you don't do it. Do you think we should give them a circle of love?
I'm gonna say no.
I was hoping so I could quarrel. All right, here we go. So I can't quarrel with her yet, but don't worry, I'm not gonna stop trying. Here we go.
Well, because you don't want to stop talking.
As you can see, she has no respect for your circle of love, and she utilizes that silent time when I am not to talk to bomb me with insults. Listen, I love her. The respect I have for her is incredible. So that's alright. You all hear us talking a lot of nonsense. I see us talking a lot of nonsense, but trust me, maximum respect, maximum love. It's a freedom. It's a beautiful, beautiful freedom. Everybody struggles. Everybody's going to trip up and fall a little bit. But look at this water. So far, the blues and stuff have not really started to show themselves because the lack of light. It is still fairly dark here. We have some Sahara dust and stuff around. So it's, you know, filtering the light a little bit. So it's a little bit darker than it normally would be at this time of morning. It'll be a little brighter at this time. But I'm sure you're enjoying this. This is beautiful Barbados, of course. This is Paynes Bay Beach. A lot of y'all may not know this here. First of all, where we started, as I mentioned, you could come down from the Paynes Bay itself by the 𝗂𝗏𝗏 Monument, find a park up there, come down on the beach and walk down to where we started. Or you could come through opposite, just between Tamarind and Treasure Beach. There is a public thoroughfare. That's where you could have started, where we are. We want you to know so that if you want to do these walks, you will understand how to get to the location as well. Beautiful. All original days, all you saw were the wooden Moses, now it's fiberglass, but it's still got Moses on the west coast. You don't really find these on the south coast, of course. You see conditions are usually a lot choppier and stuff. You do get that happen on swells on occasions, but beautiful. And as you can see, the traditional way, the back oar as well, beautiful. If you see these guys up here on the west coast at any time, you feel as though you step back in time for sure. You don't get to see that anywhere in the south or the east, of course, because it's what conditions over there. Another walkthrough is just here. Show you where it is. What may be your landmark is the church, just opposite here. There are usually a lot of guys that will sell their fish, that will catch in fish pots or in a net just under a big mahogany tree. If you're coming to Spikestown from Bridgetown, you're on your right hand side, you will pass the Holders Hill Junction, which is by a big gas station. As I told you before, Treasure Beach, and then just after Treasure Beach, by you see a church on your right. This is a walkthrough for that as well. No parking there though, so that I'm only showing you where there's a footpath really. It really is no parking there at all. Likewise, where we mentioned originally, you could park in the churchyard by Paynes Bay. Obviously on Sunday, that would be a problem. So time with the services as well, so you don't block up their parking. But beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I love walking this coast at low tide. As you may know, if you've been trying to walk this coast recently and you've been visiting here and have not been successful with timing the tide, it is very, very difficult to get long distances. The kind of tide we'll be experiencing at 9 o'clock this morning, and for the next few mornings from 9:07 and onward are going to be amazingly low. Right now we are sort of like in a sort of still of a mid-tide kind of thing, because it is coming on at 7 and it's not till 9:07, so just after mid-tide, dropping of course. But it will get lower and lower. But we'll show you places today and over the next few days that you cannot walk consistently, not unless you want to get, you can't carry electrical equipment for sure unless you have a wet bag. On big days or on days when it's a high tide, higher tide, or even high tide, or with a slight swell, you're going to have problems on here. Even today, if you had a big swell down here, it would be a little bit of an issue. West coast swells can happen, as you would have heard and seen on some different footages from around the island recently, quite often. Everybody remember down here as being the Blue Monkey Beach? Well, that's what it was called because I had a big beach club down here. We used to host a lot. What's up, my brother? You good? Jeez, you got a beast, man. Is it every morning thing? Yeah. Nice, man. Respect, right? Cool, brother. All right, so this is where the Blue Monkey was in this giant area. You would have seen a lot of photos of Rihanna down here as well, and a lot of other celebrities, because this is one of the beaches that's utilized a lot. Like when there's a lot of celebs on the island and stuff, and you get big beach parties going on down here as well for sure. Let's go up here a minute. You can gazebo. This is sort of like it is a beach club. You can rent chairs from here as well. There's also this giant area you can get paddle boarding if you want as well. Again, it's a day you can spend down here. Quite a few of our family members come to this beach. This is a very popular beach. The West Coast is a very popular coast for people who like US conditions. For me, for example, I call myself a Southie, and that's because I like the rougher sea conditions for surfing, you know, that type of stuff, you know, the kind of real close, compact South Coast with all of the activities, bars, nightclubs, supermarkets, gas stations, everything. South Coast packed tight. But then there's a special South Coast in the west, which is called Old Town. That's where you find everything packed tight. Same thing, lots of party spots, lots of beach bars, lots of good beach, Old Town Beach. So it has drawn my attention a lot from the South Coast. And of course, so has she. Because she calls herself a Westie. And as you all would know, she influences me all the time. Good and bad behavior. Oh, she didn't know a reaction. Okay, cool. I thought I would have got something there.
Well,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be nice to say what I wanted to say.
Well, no,
so
you
I
don't say
won't
things that are
it.
not nice.
Well,
If you have nothing to say, you can say, Nick, you are so handsome. And,
Nick, you're so handsome.
oh, lost. Just like you see, I blushing, serious, huh? Ain't a joke. So anyhow, little swimming areas. Again, a lot of people think that the West Coast, when you pass by, it's just calm sea conditions that you can go and you see anywhere. You cannot. There's a lot of exposed reef on the West Coast. So there are certain sections, and these buoys here would just be because of the accommodations here would have put out a safe swimming area. But there are a lot of areas along the West Coast that you cannot even get into the water, not unless you're going to slide across coral. That is because the coral reef is very exposed now. The lost sand has moved off it, so you'll find that. So when you're looking to go to the west side of the island, just try and find out a good spot before you go. Ask a friend. If you're not staying west, of course, ask a friend and they can assist you probably some directions. But in general, Paynes Bay itself here, Whole Tongue Beach, you will find spots all along there. Other pockets as well, but they're two fairly big beaches, established beaches. All right, for all of you new members on here today, we showed you what we call the Circle of Love just now. It's supposed to be done. It's actually a modified EMC-360. EM-360 is when we take you around and we show you everything around us and continue to talk. Because as you all know, I love to talk. So we then implemented something that's called the Circle of Love. The Circle of Love basically does the identical same thing, but rather than hear me talk, which I know you all are going to regret because you all will much prefer to hear me talk, it is done in silence like this. That's to pull you in and capture you with the sounds and everything else. So there are many people who have said that they have felt everything as we are turning, the sounds, the sand between our toes, the wind that's blowing in on this coastline. You know, all of that there they feel. So that is the power of merging your vision with your memories. It's your memories that create that help you remember what it used to feel like, etc. All right, so West Coast. Another subject we want to draw your attention is something called a drop-off. This happens all along the West Coast. There are very few places that don't have it, some more severe than others. Water is so beautiful, looks like a bathtub, but just like a bathtub, you have to step in, right? So it's a fairly good step here in this bay. As you see, there's a lot of pebbly sand, so this will be moving consistently or continuously, not consistently, continuously. And that would shift and depend on where the tides are coming in and the surge you see pulling back here. What's happening, water coming in, going up on the water that's coming out, causing this kind of current pulls up and forms that, as you can see there clearly. Right, so when you're coming down the West Coast, be wary of when you walk in. Don't run on the beach, and if you're not familiar with it, I think you're on the south, because majority of places south don't have this, some do, but majority don't. So don't run down here and you know, hurt yourself or anything. And also be wary of coming back out, have a friend around. There's nothing wrong with asking for help, please remember that. We say that every day. So if you find yourself challenged, whether you're in the water or while you're coming back up, whether it's here, South Coast, East Coast, wherever, well, hopefully not East Coast at all, remember, ask for help. If someone around will help you, that's what we're here for. We're supposed to help each other. All right, so this is a waterborne. We get carried through the steps, because a lot of you all are new. This is a waterborne 360. Again, same thing. I'm not going to show you a Circle of Love waterborne, because we don't do that. I don't really want not to be talking in the water, because sometimes it's quite cold at 5 o'clock in the morning. Not now, but sometimes. So, or what you call cold. So we do our Circle of Love, which is a waterborne. It actually makes you hopefully feel that you're actually in the water with us, and give you a view from the water area as well, show you these properties, etc. End of this beach here, Sandy Lane, one Sandy Lane, which is, I'm not sure, I've heard people say she doesn't own anymore, some people say she does, but that's where Rihanna owned or owns a condominium, and that's one Sandy Lane. We'll talk about that a little bit later on as well. Well, not a little later on, we'll just show you a closer view of it. But that is where she owns or owned the condominium. Beautiful out here though, really beautiful. I'm gonna give you a right down water feel. let you experience the sounds and the movement of the water and stuff. Again, we just want you to be here with us. We don't just want to come with a 4K video, put it up later this afternoon. We want to talk to you and let you know what we're feeling at the same time. But at the same time, so you'll feel it. You know it's happening right now, right in front of you. Beautiful. For all of you that don't get to the beach, there are a lot of people in Barbados that do not go to the beach. One is some are allergic to seawater. I don't know, they tell me they get a bad rash. Two is a lot of them can't swim. A lot of us Bajans cannot swim, believe it or not, surrounded by water and can't swim, especially older generation. Always were working, so they really couldn't swim per se. When you did go to the beach, well, it was not time to swim, it was time to relax the family. But that is a reason as well too. And then there's some that take this for granted. That is something that I am never, ever, and I can assure you, Jeanette, from her experiences here, for 30 years she's been coming with her family, and now she will tell you, never, ever, ever took this for granted. How can you take this for granted? I was saying a little bit of truth. You know, this is the problem. Here am I telling you all the truth, and she is questioning me what I said because she thinks she heard her name called, and I said it in a derogatory way, which I usually do, I must admit. But I was saying that imagine some Bajans take this for granted, and that yourself being here for 30 years plus with your family, and now being here for a little while, and myself who's lived our life, can never take this for granted because we see the beauty. You're not looking for it, you're not going to see it. You can walk by here and just scuttle between here, point A and point B, and miss all of this beauty. Or you can take your time and you can look around you. And don't forget, around you does not only mean in a 360, it means above you as well. Sometimes, if you had not been looking at a few weeks ago and I had that halo, you wouldn't have seen it unless it came up on a photo. But if you're on the island, I'm sure you went outside and had a look at it. It was absolutely stunning. It was carried so well by all the photographers around the island who captured it. It was just beautiful. But you have to look all around you, you know. This morning, looking all around us, milky. Got a little bit of movement of sand. I had a west coast swell over the last 2 days. Came off of a deep low that was out in the Atlantic. It brought in a little bit of a north swell, so it hit the west coast. So water is still settling, as you can see quite clearly here. Haven't had any rain really down here to discolor it, so it would have be that. Step up again. Remember, drop off means step up, okay? Now, I am able to do this in a single bound because I am an Olympian, but I do not recommend you try that because you may fall. The beauty of doing what I do with the technology that I have, if I do fall, you will not know. Oh my gosh. You good? You having a good time?
Yeah, I was going to see if you needed help.
If I needed help.
Getting up that little baby step.
But when you're 53, you don't need help like that really. I mean, you can need help any day of the week, but I wouldn't need help yet. Not for a long time. You know, I almost forgot my bag, mind you. Alright, so bear with me a sec. Just have to pick back up my paraphernalia. Bare bones, backpack, raincoat, hat. Done with that. Couple of little extra things there inside there for good housekeeping as well, but that's pretty much it. Move basic. One thing you will not see here this morning is water. We want to remind those that are doing these kind of walks, water is critical. If you get dehydrated on one of these walks, you can stop next to a water fountain and drink for the whole day. You will not quench your thirst. The dehydration will be so deep and so impactful that you will not be able to quench your thirst. You'll actually, I wouldn't use the term, I'll use the term, drown yourself with liquids to try and get yourself hydrated. So water critical. A lot of little shops dotting along the west, not like the south where it has shop everywhere you look. The west coast has a few of them on the beach section, quite a few, but not, it's a long coast, a very long coast. So even if they had the same amount the south coast, it's going to look spaced out. But they have a few of the beach section, beach bars and stuff. You can get drinks on your way. Of course, everyone wants to consume a Banks beer or a shot of rum out of a Jill bottle or a Jill cup. How you all like that? So we drink big here, you know. We don't drink out of a little thimble. So we drink out of a Jill cup. So anyhow, in case you want to drink something like that, remember, also dehydrates you. So depends on how serious your walk is. If it's going to be a walk slow, similar to ours, especially this time of morning, water not critical. If it's going to be any time later when the heat starts to get up, or if you're doing something more active, water for sure. Days like today, you could pretty much walk forever on these coastlines. There are maybe 3 areas that you'd have to come off the actual coastline. Coming from Bridgetown, you could walk from Flour Mill right down under the cliffs at Prospect, along through Fitz Village, down to Crystal Cove. You would have to leave the road there or swim through water by the Cliff Restaurant. Then you can start at Paynes Bay. You can walk this entire way. We're walking now, right down through Old Town, right down through Arlene Bay, in front of the cliffs by Crystal Spring, and then come up on the other side. You can then walk from Reeds Bay. So that's another section you have to come in. I just want to point that out. Then you can walk from Reeds Bay. You can walk pretty much the whole way down. And you can even do like we have done, swim across Port St. Charles and Port Ferdinand's entry. That's what we've done in vlogs as well. Yes, we have done that with one of our scientifically meticulously created floating devices known as a power float. We will introduce you to that if you're a new person. If you've been here for a while, you know what we're talking about. A very, very technical piece of equipment. Unfortunately, did not patent it, and someone decided to call it a noodle. So, one Sandy Lane. So I don't know if Rihanna is home, and I am sure she won't be watching this, but one of these days someone may stumble across and say, Rihanna, you should check that, you know, because that would be good for your promo and selling your condo. Actually, let's do that right now. So if you're living here at 1 Sandy Lane, you would actually have all of this beautiful beachfront and this placid calm ocean, as you would have seen, sand bottom, just in front of your doorstep. All right, I'll never do it for real estate. I can't do it. Sorry, my bad. All right, so you see this section here.
You're nosy.
I should do nosy. Well, listen, you know what security? Listen, there are so many security cameras around here. Oh, no, I don't want. Well, I will charade set you up and say yes. All right, we're gonna carry you up just a little bit. We can't do too much for nosy, but I want you to see the ground just a little bit. Hopefully, if anyone is seeing this from one side, then I hope you do not have an objection to us doing this here. I think you will understand. We're promoting the island every day. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Every second of every minute of every day, 7 days a week. And we wanted to expose here as being a beautiful investment and also show your investment to the world. So thank you very much. Then let's do that.
The other entrance is better.
Oh, you really want to set me up? Jeez. Well, can you imagine that? You hear her? Okay, I hope you all understand. You know, it's nice that you all are here this morning, because all of you all that think she's so sweet and so kind and never does anything to me, you all are hearing how she wants you to set me up. Don't go up there next. I want you to go up the other one. That's after I've been up there, by the way. All right, we came down here a few months ago. Yeah, a few months ago is pretty accurate. I could use just the other day and that will cover years. But a few months ago, and this was fully exposed. Sand, there was no sand on this section of the beach. And when you walk around in front of the actual 1 Sandy Lane here, there were rocks that you were coming through. I think some of you will remember that, any of you that frequented this area around that time. As we always say, every day in Barbados, the beach can look different. It depends on the currents, the tide conditions, and also the swells. And that would determine where the sand is pretty much going to be. Not that it's going to impact the huge beaches, but along the huge beaches, you'll see more sand in different areas consistently. Yeah, this looks like, I would really, listen, I would forward flip this now. You should flip up there and take a look at it?
Yeah.
Okay, so she wants you to forward flip. So hold a sec. If you all see a lot of movement in the camera, y'all would know that I'm forward flipping. Ready? Hold on, here we go. There we go, see? Sorry about that. Camera has not really kept up with my speed. That was a full forward flip, by the way. But another view. And please wave to the camera as the camera is waving to us. Good morning. Thank you very much. All right, let's go again. Onward we shall go. Oh, you got it. Oh, hold on a minute. Let me help you down though. Hold on. I not need help, but let me give you a hand. Come.
I did my own front flip.
Oh, you did your front flip? I saw you enter wrong in time to see. That would be really good. I know you've been in training for a long time, so I wouldn't doubt that you've got that perfected as well. Live Warriors, EMC Live Warriors, thanks for being on this morning. You know, we can do this here and talk to ourselves, but then we would be doing what I would be doing if I was on a 4K video. Just talking to myself. I know I'm talking to people now. I know there's some people that want to hear me. I know there's some people that don't. You know, that's just how the world is. But what we're doing is bringing the beauty of Barbados. We bring it to you with love, kindness, and genuine, heartfelt friendship. This is another beautiful spot here. If any of you surfers that are not familiar with West Coast, Very West Coast is cranking, I mean really cranking and closing out. And even Sandy Lane is closing out. There is a right that breaks just off this reef, breaks more to the north, the bigger it gets, and it breaks right down into that same bay that we were just in. So a very long right, but it gets really big. You know, and the get freak sets that will be coming through here, because remember when it's closing out, we're talking about massive surf. And also, if sand lane is closed out, it'll be massive. So when that happens out here, it turns into very dangerous. If you all see a swell coming through, or you all see conditions are any more severe than this, just look around for a few minutes before you go in them. You want to make sure there's no swell. This is just a surge, little small swell coming in, maybe from the south angle, possibly. Not too sure, who knows. Can't really see that. It's not indicated on it, but this is the place. You got to be real careful going around, especially. It gets really, really serious around this section here, especially if the sand is shifted and only rocks. What you can do is, if you're able enough, if you want to get sandy lane in a higher tide or when there's a swell, you're going to need to climb up on top here. Now, when I say climb, this is a step to you all right now, but normally this sand is not here. This is actually a 6-foot wall you have to work your way up onto. So don't think this is what you're going to come, easy thing to walk. But we want to let you know what can be here, because we don't want you to come down and experience something that you're not able to deal with or put yourself in trouble with. So sometimes a year this is a 6-foot wall here, because all the sand shifts and moves. Sometimes you will not see any sand up in here, only the root structure. It all depends on what swells and what time of year you're talking about. There is a public thoroughfare here. You can find parks out here. If it's surf up, hard to find a park. Generally, there's not. That's opposite one sandy lane going in the direction of Spikestown. Over on the right hand side of the road, you can park on those trees over there. Or there's a little car park just by the actual cell tower, just prior to that coming from Bridgetown. There's also a shower here and a tap, so you can utilize that, and this area is maintained by the NCC. As you can appreciate, lots of these are falling at the moment, so that will be all cleaned up later on. Alright, so the beauty of the low tide walk, why we always advertise it to everyone, is, well, a couple of reasons. You're going to get to see things that you don't normally get to see. You're going to get to see reformations, tidal pools that you don't normally get to see. It depends on which coast you're on, what you will see. On this coastline, we're going to see a lot of the fringe reef that we talked about, right at the edge where you really can't swim easily. This sand, most times a year again, is not here, or if the tide is higher, you won't even know it's here, because all up here gets splashed. So you need to come over the top, continue to walk along the actual area there before you come down. If you come down these steps here, you're going to put yourself back in the same problem. So if you can't get through that for a section, don't come on these steps, because here's more likely all rocks again and big surf or big swells. The other reason we like low tide is because you're going to see much bigger beaches. No matter where we go, the beaches are going to be much bigger than they would normally be, because they're maximum exposure. These tides over the next 2 days are probably some of the lowest I've seen. They normally occur around super moons this low, or you can get lows can get fairly low as well, regular moon, but super moons generally do that. I'm not sure the reasons and stuff for this one, but this is a very, very low tide for sure. I can't remember, I didn't really look to see if it was a super moon affecting or not. But it's going to be a beautiful low tide. So anywhere you cannot normally walk, you can probably do it today. This would be almost impossible to do at high tide for the general public. For myself, and of course for my trainee that I have in boot camp, training and getting herself fit. Yeah, she don't tell her, but I got her doing all the workouts. I doing nothing at all. Anyhow, okay, so she's not to watch that part. Your volume is down? Good. Okay, cool. So the general public cannot make it. Any of you that were walking these areas here in the 80s will remember the size beaches that were out here. That reef over there that's exposed in front, that would have been under sand. Generally in mid-tide and stuff, high tide would have come partially up, but that would all have been sand. These would have been standing, erect manchineel trees. These have fallen and have since been cut down. Remember, these are manchineel, so manchineel, the most dangerous tree in the world. If you're not familiar with what a manchineel tree is, please Google it online. We use the word Google because that is what we use. Google it online and they will tell you it is seriously the most dangerous tree in the world. It is a mangrove tree, and it tends to hold sand and land in place well, and it can also survive extreme conditions. As you can see along here, you see some still surviving, some are down. But remember, because this is a manchineel tree, don't go leaning up on this here and leaning back to get photos and laying back on it and pose it. Remember, this is a manchineel root, so there is a possibility of still being blistered from this bark here. All right, so be careful, stay away from manchineel for sure in any form or fashion that you can. You can't avoid it sometimes, you have to walk under it, but don't shelter on it when it's raining, because any of those raindrops could possibly be having sap in them, and the sap will blister you. Don't put your towel on top of these small little apple looking fruit. They're not fruit, they're like 𝗟𝗂𝗏. Pretend they're 𝗟𝗏. Terrible for you. No, don't do that. Let me not do that. My 𝗟𝗏 police would arrest me this morning. But seriously, the apples that come from this here, you put your towel on top of it and you scuff your skin, and the ooze starts to come through and saturates your towel, where you blistered for sure. So just be careful of the manchineel. Getting back to 𝗟𝗏 though, great for holding sand in place. Very, very pretty, and watching them as the ornamental fruits start to grow. I use the word ornamental because I do not eat them because they taste terrible. And I know I'm going to take a lot of criticism for that, but that I'm being true to myself. So, all right, so all this reef, over years ago, would have been under sand. So this is what has happened now, that the sand has shifted from these beaches, for leaving this reef behind, which means that to get any water anywhere along here, almost impossible. You pretty much have to pull yourself over it. You will find sand bays all along the west coast, but you'll also find little shelf reefs like this here along a lot of the coastline. So you see people not frequenting a beach in a certain spot. Don't think, oh, well, I can go down there because there's nobody around. I can go to sea. You may not be able to get in the sea because of those fringe reefs that are on the side. Again, so many trees have fallen here. Some are still surviving, but all the roots have gone. Just rough. Same fringe reef here again. Again, depending on the time of year you come. Recently, I haven't seen this under sand recently. That's the truth. I've walked down here quite a few times with and without vlogging, and I have seen this exposed. You can see the color of it. It's always underwater, and there's really no sand on it because the growth of the moss is on it, so it's pretty much untroubled. But or as it is, and it's growing because of the sunlight and because of obviously the sand not covering it. So this kind of moss here will pelt you down. So be careful. Any moss on these rocks have the possibility of throwing you on your back. So be wary about these. All right, this is the only one of this in the island. You know, you're looking at this picture saying, what is he talking about, man? I'm seeing steps all over the world. I'm seeing trees all over the world. All right, this is actually a groin that's being laid here. It is filled with water. A huge canister that comes out to try and protect this beach up here. You will notice this side here has sand building it and the other side doesn't. At certain times of year, it's going to be the complete reverse because this holds depending on the currents. The currents will take the sand around. So sometimes a year you'll come, big beach here, no beach where we are. Other times a year you'll come and find beach here and no beach up in that section. These villas rent with all the amenities you can imagine. There's someone that's going to bring you your drinks or your food out here. There's someone that's going to pretty much pamper your entire visit. Heavy security in these places, but absolutely lovely.
Can you tell Bernard where Q is going to be this Thursday?
Oh, Bernard's asking where Q is. Actually, everyone, Q in the community is going to be at the Willoughby Gymnasium this Thursday. It is a location not to be missed. You do not want to miss it for sure. It is huge, as you all know. The whole car park generally in front of the gymnasium in northern car park is kept for dancing, and the last two layers for vehicles, so there's a huge amount of dance area. All of our favorite stars that work on the sideline and create a lot of confusion, like the wine ladies and them, they will all be there, so you can come and be annoyed by them for sure. And there's going to be there will be thousands of people at Q in the community. Can't wait to get there and spend an evening of love, man. Cheese on breads. The love that we got at the wedding and that we felt at the wedding, the love that we feel at Q in the community, the love that we felt down at the picnic in Bashable, the love we feel at large community events is unmatched anywhere else. Here's where we find serenity. There's where serenity and love for beauty, love that we're feeling of all the nature around us, but there we find the personal love beyond words. So if you're in Barbados, come and join us on Thursday. We generally get there, well, first of all, let me do this the right way around. The queue starts at 11 a.m, goes to about 12 o'clock. They have buses that usually run on the hour, depending on the location. This is one bus. Rarely are there two, but there's one bus usually. So you'll usually on the hour pick up, take you to Bridgetown, and then come back up with a group, etc., backward and forward. That's the option of getting there if you want. So that starts at 11 o'clock, goes to about 12 o'clock at night. The buses run, the actual buses I think stop at 9 or something, but you can hear that because the DJs will keep announcing it to you. So if you're taking transport there, they'll keep announcing to you, you know, what time the next bus is or the last bus is, etc. I've been there every week and heard that consistently being done. So come on up, it's going to be an amazing event. Come and join us. If you're there, come and stand in front of our lens and send your love all over the world. That's what we want. We want laughter, we want joy, we want love, we want peace, we want positivity. Man, listen, right now, we all need love. All of us. And right now, all of us are doing what we need to find love. So keep doing it. You know, if you're looking for love and peace, we can do it together for sure. If you're ever feeling lonely, reach out. Someone will hold your hand through it. All right, so again, the views of the erosion and stuff. I was hoping to walk in front here, but then I said, you know, if I walk in front, I can't show you the villa behind there, which I like to show you. So I'm going to take the upper step, but we could have walked in front there, just avoiding the splashes, of course. Beautiful. Yeah, we want to share, we want to heal ourselves with love. And if healing ourselves with love can help others heal themselves, or just be offering the environment to heal themselves, that's all that matters. All right, we are not peeping. We're up on top of the pavement with our hand erect in the air. We're actually looking, but these are the kind of properties you're going to find on the West Coast. That entire upper section is all a balcony that goes right around. So those blinds are drawn back in the evening if you want to watch the sun or whatever. If there are guests there, they'll be back most of the time. As you can see, land around is absolutely stunning. All our maintenance done behind here, but still shielded by the hedge on the front section. So all the cosmetics are in place for pristine grounds. Again, security all over these condos, these villas I should say. Security heavy on the West Coast especially. Remember, a lot of people that come down here, they're visiting down here, that are extremely wealthy. So there's always security in most of these villas here. I would say if not most, all of the villas. All right, so you see we could have made it. As this tide drops off around 9 o'clock, you could comfortably walk around here very easily so, because this water is going to go way back, probably back as far as that rock there, as high up as it should be coming around the low tide itself. It's coming our way, the one it's expected to anyhow. So you could have walked around there, but we want to show you this kind of property. Anyone watching this, we are advertising Barbados and the real estate that is possibly there for purchase. So this is not, we're not infringing anyone right now. We're just simply walking along here. And we did take our own look before to make sure the yard was clear when we were up in the other location without showing you that. So, we're making sure to keep clean and everything good. So again, all around here you can walk. All right, now this is what I would have to say. Although it is not the best break in Barbados, I know there's so many West Coast, all you know, you can come and quarrel me for saying that. It is not the best break in Barbados to me, so I always speak about myself. It is, however, one of the most awesome breaks in Barbados. It's called Sandy Lane. This is mainly a left break. You can get a right that comes up on the reef, but you will get slaughtered if the swells are up. But this is mainly left that will come from off of the outer reef there. You can actually see, now the sun is coming up, you can begin to see where the coral formation stops, where it's like more of a casting of brown in the water there, and then it goes into a very light blue. That's all reef. That is coral reef that's here along this point. So when the swells get bigger and bigger, the further out the swell breaks, and eventually it's going to break right out on the edge of that coral reef and then work its way into the bay. Now that swell will come from way out there in the center of the camera and work itself right into the inside bay. Of course, you won't ride right into the inside bay because there's going to be a shore break along here. It's probably going to be like maybe a head and a half or two times your height overhead coming in, because the shore breaks along here get absolutely critically dangerous. So you got to be wary of that. All right, so this is another reason why you would not be able to do this walk here unless it's extreme low tide. Look at the amount of sand that's moved from here. We have been here and seen this here before. We walked across it like this here. We've walked across it with sand on it, where you would not see any of these rocks at all. So it keeps shifting and shifting. But remember, these areas are slippery. So hold on to the chain link fence that's here. I'm talking to my co-star. So I'll work your way around and just keep yourself holding on, because it is important. Although this is coral formation, this is sharp, by the way. This is not dull coral. These are coral rocks. I'm going to give you a hand right now, sweetheart. But although this is coral formation, it's still sharp. Easy, take your time. Okay? All right, so my priorities are getting her across here. So you all understand that it is a little bit challenging, especially with slippery conditions. So I'm just going to take my time and get her across. So bear with us. We'll show you some of what we're going through. So you will understand what you will need to experience to come through this area. Even at this low tide, if you cannot walk around the beach here, you won't be able to make this here very easy unless you are fairly fit. I should say flexible, not fit. The fitness rate doesn't have much to do with this, just stability and flexibility. I let you walk through on the inside of me, okay? Alright, so here we go again. Notice where my priority lies out here with the person that's with me. We're going to take our time and come over here, but as you can see, it's sort of an obstacle course. So if you can do I'm going to get quarreled with shortly for that. If you see the kind of thing we're going over here now, you'll understand what you will need to do to go across this. You will understand again why we have chosen this time to do it in with the extreme low tides. But again, as I said, it's still not extreme low yet. Another hour, hour and a half is when it will be the lowest. But we did mention to you about doing these walks 2 hours prior to low tide, because that is the longer period, and then it will go into, when it starts to come back, it happens very quickly, it seems anyhow. Take the thing and don't step around like green moss. Jeez, you. Dexterity, man, you see? That is what happens when you're in my training. You're able to do these kind of things. Before I met her, she would never be able to get that done. That's for sure. That's only for my training. I'll be back on flat again. But look at it. It continues. This is normally all sand. All here, all these rocks are covered in sand. So they've had a lot of West Coast swells this year. And although the swells didn't last, the actual big swells didn't last for a long period of time, they surely did cause a lot of damage because the surge kept on for days and days after. Yeah, got a little backwash here. Underfoot, loose rocks. Yes, some pretty heavy grain sand, so you got to be wary coming through here for sure. All right, so this is pretty much where this we knew was going to be the most challenging. However, the next part that we're going to go on the other side of Sandy Lane. Anyhow, we parked this morning down by her condo, the condo down there in Holetown. We walked out to the main road and hopped on a bus, and we took the way up. So we plan to walk right back. So we have to go forward. There's no option of turning back, especially when we only brought the $7 that was required to pay the bus. There's no option. There's no additional bus fare to take. So all types of reef formation. Having fun. She's getting splashed down. All types of reef formation down here. You can see different types of reefing. You know, you'll see like shaling up there by Bats Rock, Paradise up there by the 𝗂𝗯𝗀. You'll see that kind of shale reef. Then you'll see this type of smoother one. All kind of reef along the coastlines of Barbados. All depends on the area, the exact area you're in. Like I think, you know, I really can't say I've seen a lot of the shale reef that I've seen like up the 𝗂𝗂𝗀 by Paradise Point, around the island. You know, if I have seen it, well, I can't remember really, but that's the only place I really see a lot of it for sure. Alright, this is Sandy Lane Bay. Everyone wants to go to Sandy Lane to see what the beach looks like and stuff. So you're going to get the opportunity to do that now. However, the majority of the people that do come to see the beach, let me take your hand, Tom. Let me help you to come.
I'm just trying not to
I know. The phone is the thing with the splash. Yeah, but majority of the people, or majority of people are unable to do so because you've seen the challenges of a low tide. So you can appreciate, again, let me remind you all, the beaches change. So sometimes you'll come down here at a low tide and have a much better walk through that area because of the sand movement. But today, you can see what it's like. And this is what it could be like if you're coming down here on any given day. So I recommend low tide, definitely, if you're going looking to come, either from the north or the south. Because we're going from the south, you're going to walk right through the north entrance and you're going to look at it that way too. So you'll see how up there is as well. Sand Lane Beach Club. Anyone who's on here now will see we've gone over an hour, of course. We're not cutting this short. Our stop is Holetown. So if you have a schedule going on, you know, we're going to take a little while to get to Holetown. So you can schedule it for later on when it's more convenient if you have a schedule coming up. If not, please sit and enjoy. You're enjoying your company for sure. All right, Sandy Lane Beach Club. That is for all of the condo owners on the Sandy Lane estates behind here on those properties. They have access to the beach through here, also beach club facilities. You'll see all of the paraphernalia here, cushions, even the raft in the water, blue top one over here, and then you have the red one over on the other side, which is for the Sandy Lane Hotel itself proper. So two different entities, sort of very obviously laid out differently. Pink cushions and umbrellas at Sandy Lane, blue cushions and umbrellas up here at the beach club. High water mark laid out by the signs you've seen here on the beach. That is what is known as the high water mark. High water mark is determined around a full moon. It's a few days before and a few days after full moon. They take the highest marks on high water mark. That's called the high water mark. So that's a consistent one there. Those signs will be up. That's because they're going to be laying out all of these chairs here in a few minutes time all along here as well. And then Sandy Lane here. A lot of people say, I've heard, not a lot, I've heard a few people say, man, Sandy Lane beach, like, it's private. It's not private. Any public can come on this beach, whether it be by the water or the way we're coming or the way we're going. However, if your tides are not good and sea conditions are bad, even if your tides are good and sea conditions are bad, you're not going to get to this beach here unless you take a pounding. I mean a pounding. So no electric equipment, no backpacks, just you, yourself, and get through safely. A little bit of sand in my shoe. You have sand in your shoe?
Yes.
I have sand. Are you going to go and see today?
Yes.
You're going to, like right now?
No,
Because we're going to take a dip now and get the sand on my shoe.
No.
A little further on the end of this bay.
I want to take my shoes off and not put them back on.
Oh, well, you got trouble because we got to go down the whole time in a minute. All right, so Sandy Lane, you know, quite a few of the crew here. Every time we pass it early in the morning for sunrise, we usually hail them up and stuff. I can't remember any names, everybody knows already, so don't say, what's his name? 'Cause I don't know, but we do know a lot of guys from here. We usually see these guys. What's up, brother? You good? Good to see you again, man. All right, respect. All right, so we see these guys here whenever we come down. Usually it's around 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning. Oh, yeah? Man, thanks, man. How are you going, man? Man, it's been a little while, you know? Yeah, as you can see, I'm freelancing on the beach, tanning up. My brother, you lots to take care, right? Have a blessed day, man. Nice, man. All right. All right, so we don't go out there right now because these guys are working feverishly to get all this stuff laid out and things, cushions, etc. It's Sandy Lane, so everything has to be done on time. But this bay here, can't get to it. And it's just because of the physical layout of the coastline now. There's some areas down here we're going to have to go through hotel properties. We know it's okay, so it's not a problem. But we're going to go through a hotel property because we can no longer go through the beach unless the beach is shifted. And then again, it will show us where the sand is gone. We're going to see that though, because we haven't been down here for a few months. So we don't want to speculate too much. I must speculate a little bit. After all, my name is called 𝗟𝗶𝗶𝗲 and I speculate a lot. I don't annoy people though, by the way. I just spread love. Not like her. She annoys me every day, but I love her. We call it annoying love. But beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So Sandy Lane again for you. So if you've heard of Sandy Lane, you've never seen it from the beachside property, we're not only going to show you it here, we can go in the water and show it from there as well too. Actually, I'm going to go in the water now. Let me just get past the actual property and we can do it from there. Beautiful. So you understand, this bay right now, this is not a joke, this beach is, although it's low tide, is about half as wide as it will be later on in the season after the north swells have completely gone. Because the level that you're seeing up here where it comes up at, like, looks like about a 45-degree angle, maybe more than that. It comes up and then you see a little ridge where already a high tide has been coming up to and hitting. All that section where you see that little ridge usually extends down maybe another, I would say maybe 7 or 8 yards down towards the water edge, and then you will get the 45-degree angle. So a lot of sand is moved, and that would be obviously the reason why all of it's off of the rocks up there, because that pretty much, as you will see, all forms the layout of the high tide marks. Just why I'm saying maybe bare gibberish here. This is only things that I basically have experienced myself. You know, I do not have any education on tidal or anything to do with the ocean. I just surfed all my life and I am fairly observant most of the time. So put a little piece there because sometimes you walk by me, I won't even see you, so I can't say I'm always observant. But that is, you know, what we talk about. We talk about what we see. I talk about what I have seen through my life. I will drop a little bit of history in there, but that is really not what I like to do. I used to be a tour guide at one time at Williams Tour Company Limited, and I knew a lot about the island. Haven't really researched a lot about the history and stuff anymore. My thoughts are strictly on what we see in front of us, what we see changing every day, what we remember as being. That's the kind of stuff, things within my lifetime, which a lot of people who I would have met around the time I started to do this here, in the very, very beginning when I was a young teenager, they would, well, that's the work in tourism, they would remember the days of these areas. The way I'm talking about them is to bring them back. A lot of them cannot travel anymore to Barbados, not only because of finances, but because of health. You know, so a lot of people that follow, or not follow, that walk with us on our journey. I use the word follow because every time I see something on Facebook or any of those media formats, there's always follow, but walk with us, they would know and feel exactly what we're talking about. again, their memories will bring them back. It's like listening to old song from the 70s for those around my age group. We automatically start remembering our youth and automatically remember memories of our youth time came up and what experiences we had and thrills we had. It's the same thing as these visions. The visions and the talk about what used to be brings back those same memories that the 70s brings to us through music. So you're looking now at the Sandy Lane estate, at Sandy Lane itself. All behind here is where their villa is. So behind this is also Sandy Lane, but that's the villa side of it. And then this is the hotel side of it. Now look at how beautiful this water is glassed off. Now as you will see, unlike Thames Bay, this water is crystal clear. No movement of sand right now, just a lot of rock. So all the sand is basically gone that covers these rocks. Normally these rocks would not be exposed like this here. Certainly not where we are. But beautiful. Alright, so oops. I'm not sure what happened. You've got a skyward look, but we're not panicking. We're coming back. Maybe that was supposed to be. We're turning back around now. Alright, so this is again looking in this direction here. Coastal direction. I'm seeing the battery looking a little bit low, so hopefully we don't run out of battery on the gimbal. This is our older gimbal, but as you can see, it's absolutely stunning down here. Beautiful. All right, so back up. I'm hoping this gimbal doesn't kick. If this gimbal kicks, we're gonna have to stop the video. So that would be because I won't be hand walking and jittering. I don't like to do that. I like to bring the best that we can. And if we're not able to bring it the way we want to bring it, it's just like how we live. We just don't do it. So we're gonna work our way back up here now, get our property, and then walk on. We just had a gimbal failure, but maybe me on the finger or it may be the battery. So we'll see how that goes. But we don't want to bring the new equipment that we just got. Well, new apparatus that we just got. In the water. We'd rather use the older gimbal. This is being very, very steady. In case you want to know, anyone wants to know, this is a smooth 4. That's what you go online, put smooth 4 in, you'll find it. You have a smooth 5S, not smooth 5, but the smooth 5 kick the bucket. Couldn't handle my acrobatics. The S hopefully will be able to do that. That's the newer one that we got. Remember, if you go to queue in the community, you haven't been for a few weeks. I used to hide in the middle of the dance floor, so no one will catch you on camera. We're not purposely going to put you on camera, but we come in 3 million dance floor because we don't have our own light. So no matter what the conditions are, we can move anywhere amongst the community or any other events, like any balls that we cover, any big dance that we cover, we'll be able to move free around the darker areas. So darkness you shall not hide in. People in the middle dance floor the other night at Q, I went around, first I told them is, if you came in the middle dance floor to hide for the camera, you didn't do good enough, I hear. So it was funny. The Q family, amazing. I keep calling them the Q family because a lot of the people that we meet at Q, we also meet outside. We don't call them the Q family, we call them family because it's family. But we term the Q family because it's where they're hinged directly to an event that brings so much beauty to our lives. That would be to Jeanette's and mine, and hopefully to yours as well. That we call them the Q family. And anyone that doesn't even come to Q can be a Q family member or look that way because it's how they carry themselves, trying to enjoy life. Of course, we all fret sometimes. We all get fret. But the general consensus is at Q, everyone is out to have a great time. All right, so we got some sand in this actually beach here. Nice, easy tapering. Let's say I told you we did have a north swell recently, so things will look differently now. In another couple of weeks, the sand starts to shift again, but right now this looks really good. But you can see right up in front of the hotel from this angle, really suffering. This is Sandy Lane Bay. If you ever want to see it, this is your opportunity to do so. This morning we carried you in a swim of Sandy Lane Bay as well, so hopefully you enjoyed that. One of these days we'll be doing our port, St. Charles Port for Nan again. That is where we actually swim across the mouth of their inlet, which is a lot of fun, especially like in the dark. Dun, 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 dun. But we still do it, you know why? Because we can.
We went over those rocks. Is it going to be that kind of fun?
Well, that going over those rocks you did very well in. You've shown yourself that you can do that. So you see how well your training is coming on? Yeah? No? Okay. I guess I'll be having a further discussion on this here later on. We'll see. Access to here. No public access to here except for by the beaches that you've seen us walking on. And that we're walking out in that direction. As I said, if they lose battery power on the gimbal, we will have to discontinue the vlog, but we're going to continue walking until hopefully Holton. But this is the other way you would come on to Sandy Lane. If we don't make it today, we will either tomorrow or the day after, we will most definitely continue from where we are and walk further north. But we'll see what happens. We're not scheduling right now. The only schedule we have right now are a couple of events we mentioned. And as I mentioned earlier on, if you were not on, we don't set a routine schedule anymore, because the journey is supposed to be a free movement of our spirits and wills. So we don't want to be thinking about getting up at 3:15 on the morning to go and do the sunrise if we are out till 10 or 11 o'clock at night, which is a possibility because we're going where love is. With the Cricket World Cup coming up, we plan to be doing a lot of coverage. We plan to do a lot of bars. So Barmy Army, get yourselves ready to hop in front of our lens, please. We will be doing some coverage of you guys. After all, that brings the biggest spectator sport in the world. A lot of work went on over here. Last time we came, it was with a villa with people in it. You can see right now, all the frames and stuff are out. So some major work going on here. Looks like we're going to save the same superstructure, but looks as all the wood is coming out. But all of the block, all around all the frames and stuff, all the window frames, the door frames are out. I don't know. I talking to him some kind of construction person, which I am certainly not. But it looks that way to me. And then this sand here, again, when we were here last time, we were actually walking through water on that wall. So that will tell you again, sand movement, one more thing. Now I don't want to make it sound, and in front of us, that would have been all rock. That whole sand section here would have been rock. I don't want to make it sound as though all of the sand in Barbados just moves from one section to another. Unfortunately, more sand is taken from the beaches and is replaced. I personally think it's because of human interference with the water currents. Some other people believe in that. Some people say I'm talking a lot of nonsense, but whatever. That's what I personally feel. The erection of groins have taken sand from certain areas and have trapped them in other areas, and have also changed the currents and stuff that carries the sand around, because follow the groin obviously are affecting the current. So that is my thoughts, but it may not be so. But this sand, more of the sand goes and comes, and that's why we're seeing all the massive erosion around the island right now. So we are seeing a noticeable shift of sand from one spot to another, but we most definitely are seeing less sand than we were seeing before. Hope you all are enjoying this. I am having a good time. I feel as though I haven't talked enough for sure, so I'm hoping this gimbal will stand up a lot longer. I've had a lot of restrictions on my talking recently, so I am going to take advantage of it right now.
You have not?
Alright, so this is the other spot you're going to have to leave the beach for. I can't really say at any tide you'll be able to walk around in front of here. This is Club Barbados. You used to be able to walk around here very comfortably in a very big beach years ago. Recently you could have walked around the lower section when they had the wall. However, since then you've seen them drop the other rocks in front of here as well. Less and less sand in this area. So we did come down the other day and see a little beach in front of here, but that was a short-lived beach. But you can see a lot of sand here, normal conditions. High tide, you'll be walking through here in about knee to waist deep of water over some misplaced rocks along here, big rocks. So it could be definitely challenging. But that is the bay for you, Sandy Lane Bay. Want to give you some sounds as well, so you understand what you would experience if you're down here. And if you've been here before, you would have just put yourself right here just now, I am sure. All right, now remember, this is a hotel property, so if you're coming through here, don't stop. We're actually going to take the camera off the hotel property at the moment, but if you're coming through here, don't stop, keep walking. This is not a hangout area. They're giving us the permission to be able to walk across here, but obviously bearing in mind the privacy of those. How are y'all guys going? Morning. The privacy of those around and stuff, so no one is spotting everyone. But beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So you see, years ago, sand all along here. Big beach used to be across here. Anybody that remembers those days will just be like shell-shocked right now if you've not seen it recently. This is how it can be. Warren, fellas, how are you going? Y'all good?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, man, you want to shout out all my friends from all over the world?
No problem.
Ah, boy, you love it, man, Beijing, man. See? No, where else in the world can they walk up to two total strangers? They're going to reflect love and peace and want to jump in front of the camera and say good morning.
In Barbados, good
Right,
morning.
man,
Good
Barbados
morning.
only, man. How are you going? What's your name?
Good, too. My name is Zayed.
Zayed, you're on Facebook, YouTube, or what are you on?
Everything.
Everything?
Yeah.
You're a man of peace and love and happiness and
Yes,
kindness?
please, yes,
Well, you
please.
hold tight. We're going to give you one of our care cards, because that's
Okay.
what we are doing this morning. What's your name, my brother?
Thank you.
Nigel?
Elijah.
Man, nice, man, nice.
The Bible.
Oh, yeah, I know when you say Elijah, but a little hard hearing. I'm a young fella, as you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Hello.
Yeah, man, I'm glad you say yes. They want to greet people because every time we go out, we find the beauty in people. Huh? We show Barbados beauty, but the beauty of Barbados is in the people. And I want people to
Very
see
correct.
that there's a beauty in Barbados that
Very
exists
kind
nowhere
and
else.
genuine people.
Absolutely, my brother.
Yeah.
Or you look us up, come and join us online.
That's
we cover
no
Q in the
problem.
community, we do all the cultural events, we do a lot of stuff. We are branching out more now, but
Okay.
our main drive is for peace and love and happiness and serenity and kindness.
Yeah.
Brotherly love, right?
Yeah.
Nice, man. Respect, brother. All right, cool. All right, man. Thanks, huh? Thanks again, man. You're shining for Barbados, right? Have a great day, okay? Good, man. Good. All right, here we go again. So, see, now, a couple of months ago, when I came up here, I can't remember if I was vlogging or not, but there was a little beach here. You could actually come down. The lowest step here on these steps coming down was covered with sand. But you'll see now that the sand has gone down quite a bit now. So this area did have a nice little beach the other day. But as you can see, it's beautifully laid out and it looks like a beachfront area. You bring your chair up here and you're laying out looking as though you're right on a beach. Love the signs. If you want to know where you are from home, I got a little memory of this here for you. Now these steps here, of course, because of the lack of sand and because of the height of the water coming in and stuff, lots of stuff, moss is built on them, so you need to be careful. That's not really a deadly one because the sand mixed in it, but I'm not saying run down there because if you bought any without sand, you're going to fall for sure. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and greetings to you. How are you going, brother? Good morning, ma'am. How are you? We are showing the beauty of Barbados through our eyes. Would you like to be a shine? No, not this morning. Okay, well, I'm still going to give love to you. I'm going to tell you good morning.
Good
I'm going to tell you it's a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise,
On
sir.
or off the camera, it makes no difference. This is how we are. So have a blessed day, huh?
You too,
Okay,
sir.
take care. All right, see you later.
As you see, I am not prepared.
You're not prepared? Are you coming to queue on Thursday? Queue in the community?
I have to work Kensington.
Oh, but you're checking in. Well, we'll do may see us there. You may walk around there and I can peep at you and you don't see me and I catch you quick. I want that smile, man.
If that so happens, so be.
Yeah, I want that smile. All right, you have a blessed day, huh? Okay, see you later. All right, so, yeah, on or off camera, it makes no difference. You brought us anywhere, this is how we are. How are you going? Life has to be a consistency. If you want to go somewhere, you must be consistently forward. You know, sometimes you stagnate, stop halfway, but then little things are brought into your life that bring a new zest, a new reason, a new purpose to do even better. I don't want to call anybody's names because I don't want to give anybody credit for that last comment. All right, Divi Heritage. All right, first of all, there used to be Haywood's Hotel. That was down on the north of the island. That turned into Almond Beach Village. This was Almond Beach Club. That's when the Almond Resorts used to own those two different hotels, the chain of hotels. However, this is now the club, and the other one is unfortunately right now in disrepair, waiting a new owner or to be actually constructed. This was the Divi Heritage side of it. Divi Heritage catered to the couples. We couldn't bring kids over here. It's all about couples only. So this here, I don't know if that policy changed the end, but that's how it was started, and that's what made the difference between the Divi, which is next door, and then Divi here. So that was the difference. So unfortunately, disrepair. This went very quickly at one time. Not like when we first started the vlog, it still was there, but after COVID, boom, gone. Right after COVID, everything, like a lot of places suffered and just couldn't come back. So this one was one of the unfortunate losses to our hotel chain. I don't know what the future plans are for it, but right now, as you can see, dormant. All right, we get a red flashing on our light. So this means that, okay, there we go. All right, so we are going to lose our gimbal now. So as we said earlier on, we wanted to go right down to Whole Town. Unfortunately, because we have the older gimbal, because we knew about the water conditions, this is as far as we're going to reach. So we're not going to continue this vlog by hand because it's such a beautiful vlog. And I think you've seen some lovely scenery today. I've certainly had a wonderful time listening to myself talking. So I will go home now and listen to myself all over again. I don't even want to see the screen. I just want to hear my voice. But either which way, thank you for joining us because we're not going to continue this one. What we'll do is, we can assure you we will start this tomorrow. The same place. What we're going to do is start just a little bit later to be up. So probably around 7 o'clock tomorrow. We're going to start right where we're leaving off. And we're going to walk as far as our gimbals permit us to walk tomorrow. So if you'd like to join us and to see what the rest of this coastline looks like, please do so. We encourage you to do that for sure. As I said, we want to carry this on longer, but unfortunately technology has not worked with us, but we've done the best we can do. Practice is serenity. That's what we prayed for this morning. So from my beautiful co-star, regretfully I cannot turn on this camera on my beautiful self, but if you would like, send me a message and say, Nick, please send me a photo I miss seeing you today, and I'll send you a personalized photo. just so you can keep yourself happy. But anyhow, seriously, really appreciate your time. Your time is a huge value for you to find the time to come and join us in the morning, to see beautiful Barbados with us and join us to keep our company and laugh with us and have fun with us. That is a very, very important thing. It means that there's an environment that's being created, that you're comfortable around, one that you're enjoying, and one that you're finding hopefully a little peace and loving. But from Jeanette and myself, this will be it for today. One more time, I'll just face in this direction here to tell you where we came from. You do remember we came from right up by actual Tamarind Hotel. You can look for that, Google it, Tamarind Hotel, Barbados, and it will come up where it is. And you can go, then you can put in Divi Heritage or the Club Barbados, and you can see where we've ended. We'll also put up those links as well in our description. But we have another activity day, so we probably won't do too much in the description until tonight. But I'm sure you will have all the views here you can see. Again, thanks for joining us. It's our pleasure to bring you beautiful Barbados and to convey it with love, kindness and care and happiness. This is our journey, Jeanette's and mine, where we are journeying to find freedom. We're doing what we believe is right. We're doing what we believe is good for us. And anyone that wants to come with us, please do so on your own journey. Remember, you're not walking our journey when you come with us, you're doing your own journey. We are just accompanying you on yours, we're just accompanying ours. Have a blessed day, love you all, greetings from Barbados, and until tomorrow, God's spare life, we will see you then, and all peace and blessings on you all. Thanks very much. I knew it was going. I thought